it's Aaron here from Rudy Visuals. Hope you're all doing well and keeping safe. In today's video, we're doing a quick review of the LG 29WP500, which is an ultra-wide, full HD 29-inch IPS LED monitor. Now, I've been personally using this monitor now for the past week or so as my day job, daily driver, as well as for some video editing and some light gaming. And I did notice there wasn't really a lot of reviews for this monitor on the tubes, so I thought I'd give you my opinions on this from the point of view of a YouTuber, video editor, as well as for my day job working for a university. While it's not on quite the same level as our LG GL850B, a more gaming focused monitor that also costs about double the price, I'll get straight to the point. For £229, it's a fantastic value for money and would be a great upgrade for any home office, workstation, and home media center without breaking the bank. And while it has some shortcomings for most non-power users, it should be more than enough. Now, this is not a paid or sponsored review in any kind of way. We weren't sent this monitor for free. I did actually buy this with my own money for a specific need, so just to be completely clear on that. So firstly, let's talk about the main selling point, which is of course the wide 2560 by 1080p resolution, giving you that 21:9 aspect ratio. This gives you 33% more screen space than a standard 1080p display, and honestly, once you use an ultra-wide, it's very difficult to go back, even just for simple things like general web browsing, having multiple tabs open, using Microsoft Office, Outlook, keeping an eye on your Pokemon card eBay auctions, if you're cool like me, and more creative tasks like video editing. That extra real estate is really incredibly useful. Now, my primary editing monitor is the GL850 monitor, for Premiere, but having used this for video editing, being able to see just more of your timeline and that extra space, it generally did make me more productive and edit a lot faster. I also love just being able to have multiple Google Docs open, whilst making notes, writing scripts, general browsing on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, and having my Spotify open all at the same time. However, I mostly bought this for my day job where I wanted the extra space to have multiple Excel spreadsheets open, use Outlook, write emails, and manage calendars simultaneously. I also run Microsoft Teams meetings and run Teams live events almost daily, where I need to communicate with my team members, monitor audience interaction, the live stream, manage files and presentations. And having that 2560 by 1080 display just made these things so much easier, especially as I was just using my tiny, in comparison, XPS 15 laptop screen before that when the PC was in use because someone else was busy gaming. It does make multitasking a breeze and more pleasurable as well. This is even more convenient with the on-screen control app that makes it super easy to partition and divide your screen up. The only real issue with the resolution, at least, is that the vast majority of content is still 16:9, so you do get these kind of distracting black bars on each side on movies and on YouTube videos, on Netflix. There is ultra-wide content out there, but it's definitely not as common, but it does look pretty amazing. If you plan on doing some gaming, the vast majority of modern games do support ultra-wide resolutions, and I have to admit it does add to the immersion having that extra real estate. Specs-wise, it's an IPS panel covering 99% of the sRGB color gamut. It has HDR10 and AMD FreeSync if your video card supports it. It also has a refresh rate of 75 Hz and a 5 millisecond response time. Now, I found that for office work and for general media consumption, the display quality is very good, so no complaints there. If you're using this to watch YouTube and movies, again, no major complaints here. You do get a great looking sharp image, apart from some lack of details in the blacks. You also get great viewing angles as well. However, for color accurate work such as video color grading and photo editing, for me this is where the monitor falls short a little bit, as the overall colors on the display, they just look a little bit washed out. It's kind of hard to describe it and see it through the lens of a camera, but side by side with the GL850 and even with the XPS 15 screen, the colors just don't seem as vibrant to me, and no matter how much I messed with the contrast and saturation and the settings, I just couldn't get it to look exactly how I wanted. Now, if you are just doing simple video and photo editing for like YouTube and social media, then it's probably good enough, but if you're a professional color grader, photographer, etc., a £229 monitor just isn't really going to cut it, let's be honest. honest. For gaming, as I said before, the ultra wide aspect ratio is really nice and immersive, but the 75Hz refresh rate, especially when I'm used to 144Hz, for me that's a big downgrade. You know, for RPGs and kind of like more story-driven games, strategy games, it's not too bad, but for anything competitive, for me in 2022, 75Hz is just a little bit lacking for me. That 5 millisecond response time as well compared to 1 on the GL850, you're definitely gonna feel that in more competitive games as well. It's still nicer than your average 60Hz monitor, but as I do play a lot of competitive shooters, for me, I wouldn't personally choose this for gaming. So going back to some more positives, the design is nice and minimalist. It also has that almost bezel-less design, apart from the slightly chunkier chin, but its simple and clean design makes it look great in most people's setups. It is mostly plastic, you know, the stand is plastic as well, but it does feel nice and sturdy. I do admittedly like the look and design of more gamer focused monitors, but the 29WP500 has a nice understated look to it. In terms of ports, you get 2 HDMI ports at the back and a single 3.5mm jack, and you can control everything and all the settings easily with the single control stick under the chin. Now for £229, I wasn't really expecting more, but I was a little bit disappointed not to see a display port or USB-C Thunderbolt. You can adjust the tilt of the monitor, but there's no swivel or height adjustment, unfortunately. So overall, for £229, you're getting a great monitor that isn't ideal for gaming or professional color accurate work, but for more casual gaming and content creation, it's a great budget option to have that's really going to be a big benefit. For your home office, it's absolutely perfect and will definitely sell you on the premise of ultra wide monitors. So for professional gaming, you know, professional content creation, it's probably like a 4 or 5 out of 10. For casual content creation, more like an 8 out of 10, and for home office use, 9 out of 10. Anyway guys, I hope you found that useful and it helped you make a decision on whether you want to purchase this monitor for yourself. If you are interested, there will be a link in the description box below. If you have any questions about this, then do leave them in the comment section below. And if you found this video useful, hit that like button, subscribe to see more, and you can also follow us on socials down here. And I guess as always, I will see you on the next video. Peace.